Hey guys, and welcome to our TikTok workshop. Today, Ansley and I will be going over all things TikTok, from trends to algorithms to going viral, and sort of break down this new platform for you guys so that we can hope to grow our future Texas Immersive TikTok account. So the next slide, we'll go ahead and introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I'm Ansley.
And I'm Kinley, and we are the co-social media coordinators for all of the Texas Immersive accounts. We are both advertising seniors within the Texas Immersive sequence and both a little addicted to TikTok. So basically what we're doing over at Texas Immersive is we're reaching future and current explorers in one of the newest and best platforms that there is right now. So basically TikTok's sort of like the new Vine, if you guys remember what that was. And its interactive and carefree interface is the best way to reach our audience on a more personal and less serious level.
Yeah, so we also kind of want to go over what exactly is TikTok, in case anyone here isn't familiar. Isn't it just an app for dancing kids? I feel like that's kind of the rep that TikTok gets. But actually, TikTok has become increasingly popular over this past year. It has 900 million monthly users and counting. That's a pretty huge audience. Celebrities and normal people are able to interact on the app. We'll show some videos later, but like Gordon Ramsay and his daughter to Little Nas X, like a lot of celebrities who joined the app and like made it more popular because they'll duet just normal everyday people and kind of comment on their lives. TikTok influencers are also a new form of influencer that's been popping up. Just like on Instagram and YouTube, they have their own breed of influencers and they can get money. So, and also form partnerships with companies. So that's another way from an advertising standpoint, for marketing. And then the For You page is unique because that's where 75% of users spend a majority of their time on the app. And it's special because there's an algorithm that pushes specific content to you. And we'll talk more about that later. But it's another thing that helps promote people who might not get promotion on other accounts. Because you can have little to no followers and still get on people's For You pages and rack up likes. And then here are a couple of videos of some influencers who are on TikTok. This first one is a video of Lil Nas X and Miley Cyrus duetting each other.
I can't keep doing this, Lily. I can't keep living this lie. Stop. Stop the music. I'm Hannah Montana.
Again, the old Hannah reveals losing its shock value.
And then we also have an example of an ad that partnered with a TikTok user for KFC that we think is really funny.
Do you like chicken? Do you like sandwich? Do you like new? Hi, I'm Colonel Lily Sandwich. I'm here to tell you that we have a new Colonel Lily Sandwich. Listen, man, it's big. It's crispy. It's raised on a chewy, delicious bunch. I have mayonnaise. I have classic and I have spicy. Which one do you like? We have pickles on top of the cherry cake. You don't believe me. You ask this guy, you like the sandwich? Of course, I tasted it. It tastes delicious. It's tasty. I tasted it.
Yeah, and that's a really good method of advertising because when surveyed, Gen Z really hates traditional advertising. So these partnerships with influencers who they actually already follow and want to see content from is a really smart idea. And then this is Gordon Ramsay duetting someone.
Oh boy, hold out, Brad. Come on, ready? Looks like a slipper. Baked beans. Ready? What next? Ham? Oh my God, what are you doing? Playing chess with some baked beans? What? Now you're toasting it. Oh, come on. Ready? HB's on.
So yeah, basically this just shows that anyone can have fun on the app, including celebrities. And then we want to talk a little bit about trends too. Why do trends matter? A lot of TikToks are based around trends, and specific audios will be used for those trends. We'll talk more about that when we talk about how to edit your TikTok videos. But basically, like when you have an audio and it gets really popular, you're more likely to make someone's For You page if you use that audio, even if you're not doing that specific trend. They're also a fun way for people to interact and kind of form community. They make the app seem like a smaller place, and they're really useful. And then some trends are specific to certain like sides of TikTok, like certain TikTok communities. So they're like smaller scale trends that might be like on Harry Potter talk, like, you know, related to that, or Frog talk, or there could be big trends that get popular on the app and basically all the communities are doing them and they're really well known. And then here's some of our favorite trends.
Yeah, you like my outfit. Don't even fake the deal. I thought you said you had your girl on the light bill. Always in my face, talking this and that. Girl, I had to buy some rims for the Cadillac.
Here's another one.
To the cars.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Come to the back.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
VIP.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Drinks on me.
Go ahead, be
Let me see
gone
what
with
you're
it.
twerking with.
Go ahead, be gone with it.
Look at those hips.
Go ahead, be gone with
They
it.
make me smile.
And another one. And then here's the last one we included. So yeah, and we tried to include a variety. We wanted to show that there's lots of different types of people on TikTok, and they are all participating in trends, different ages, different varieties of people. But it's just a nice place for people to come together.
Alrighty, so now we're going to play a video for you guys that's going to give a basic rundown of how to film and edit your TikToks from a professional social media analyst.
Video from start to finish. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a very straightforward and detailed walkthrough of everything that you need to know to edit your first TikTok. Let's get started. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Katie Steckley, and here on YouTube, I love to share all my best tips and advice about social media marketing and creative entrepreneurship. So what you need to know about making TikTok videos before you ever even get started is that when it comes to filming and editing TikToks, those two processes are kind of woven together. It's not as black and white as traditional video editing where you film everything first and then you edit it. It kind of happens as you go, which I'm going to show you throughout the video. As you create your TikTok, you're going to start and stop recording, and as you go, those clips are going to be automatically stitched together. You are going to have the opportunity later to go back and trim those if you want to, but you kind of are editing the video as you are filming it. If you film something and you're not happy with how it turned out, then you can click the backspace button and delete the previous clip and try again. So with that being said, let's dive into the step-by-step process of making a TikTok. For the sake of today's video, I'm going to do a very straightforward example, which is just a short video of me showing how I make my matcha latte at home. Obviously, you can use this process for any kind of TikTok that you would want to make, but this one is just a really straightforward one that gives us the opportunity to try out a lot of the different features so you can see how they work. Step one, of course, is to film your TikTok. Once you know what you want to create, you're going to want to start capturing your clips in the order you want them to appear in the final video. Like I mentioned before, you can press that red button to start filming and then release to stop filming. You can also start a timer so that it'll automatically start filming you without you having to touch the screen. And when you use the timer, you can choose how long it films you for. So you're gonna want to film your clips in order, either by using the timer or pressing on that record button. You can spend as much time in between each clip as you want. So if you want to film a transition video, for instance, you can film yourself before you get changed. You can walk away from your phone for hours, days, however long you want, and then pick up that TikTok and keep filming again. You can save it as a draft in between as well if you want to, go back to browsing your For You page in between filming. However long it takes you, you're going to film your clips in order. You want these clips to be roughly the length that you want them to turn out to be. You can go back and trim the clips and change the length of each individual recording if you want, but it is going to be easier if you kind of get it right the first time. If you want to make a lip sync or a dance video, before you ever start hitting the record button, you're going to want to tap on sounds in the top center of the screen. This is where you can pick from the huge variety of sounds that TikTok has to offer. There's all kinds of options, so find what you want to use and then just select it. Let's say you're scrolling through your For You page and you come across a song or a dance that you really want to try to replicate. What you can do is tap on that little record spinning button in the bottom right-hand corner of the TikTok. That'll take you over to where all of the videos are that use that particular sound. And you can just tap on use this sound, and that will allow you to start filming your TikTok with that audio. For this example, I'm just going to go ahead and film my clips without music, and I'll add my soundtrack later. Step 2 is to edit. Once you have your clips all in order, your TikTok is almost done. There's just a couple finishing touches we're going to do here to make it perfect. Like I was mentioning before, if some of the clips aren't exactly the right length that you were trying for, you can click on the little button in the top right-hand corner that says Adjust Clips. This allows you to go into each of the individual clips that you recorded and adjust their length by trimming them from the beginning or the end. You can also reorder the clips in case you filmed something before something else by accident. You can switch them around by tapping and dragging that clip to reorder it in the timeline. Once all of your clips are the length and in the right order that you want, now it's time to move on to the next step, which is number 3, adding music. So obviously TikTok is known for the trending music and sound bites that you can add to your videos. If you didn't start out by filming your video with music, you can still add a soundtrack after the fact. You just have to tap on the little soundtrack button, and then if you click on the magnifying glass, it will take you to browse. You can search for any kind of music you want, or you can navigate over to your favorites where you can use music that you have saved previously. Let's say if you came across it while you were browsing the For You page. So you can go ahead and add your music, and then you're ready to move on to the next step, which is number 4, effects. You can add a lot of different effects to your TikToks. For example, you could do voice effects. That's in the top right-hand corner. If you turn that on, then you can change your voice recording to have some kind of like a funny sound to it. There are lots of trends that have used this recently. There's also lots of video effects, everything from adding kind of like flowers in the background to glitter to lens flare. Really anything that you would want to add a little bit of visual interest to your TikTok, you can find it there. And there's also filters. You can swipe through filters and find one that you think suits the imagery. This is very, very similar to any other kind of filter like in Instagram or Lightroom. Just changes the coloring of your video. Once you're happy with the effects that you've chosen to decorate your TikTok, the next step is number 5, adding text. Now, if you want to add text to your TikTok, it is very straightforward. All you have to do is tap that little button with the 2 A's and you can start typing. Once you've created the text box that you like, you can tap out of that, press done, and then tap on the text box again and select set duration. This is going to take you to a panel where you can change the duration of the text so that it only shows up during the part of the video that you want it to. You can repeat this process for as many different text boxes as you want. And finally, we're on to step number 6, which is publishing your TikTok. When you're totally happy with it and you've watched it through a couple times, you can press next, and this will take you to the screen where you can enter your caption and your hashtags. You can choose if you want it to be public or private, and then finally, you can press post. Now that you have all the tools that you need to create your very own TikTok, I want to give you 5 fun and easy viral TikTok ideas that you can make for yourself. Go ahead and check out this video that I made. I've included 5.
So yeah, and then just to add to that, there's also a text-to-speech capability. So when you add text, if you click on it, it'll say like edit and then add to speech or text to speech, and you can click text to speech, and you can also set its duration. So like if you only want text to appear at the beginning of your clip, you can set duration for like the first 10 seconds and then it'll go away. So yeah, there's a lot of really user-friendly features on the app. And then we wanted to talk a little bit about like TikTok communities, like the different communities within TikTok because it's something that makes the app special, and it's also a way that TikTok can be used to profile and target niche groups for advertising. So we have a video from Art Talk. So this is just someone making a painting. Art Talk is kind of like its own community. So
And you'll often hear people, because as your For You page learns your preferences more and more as you go, you'll end up on a certain side of TikTok. So it's really fun to compare with friends and be like, oh, well, what side of TikTok are you on? And like my best friend is exclusively on Pet Talk, and every TikTok is just dogs, dogs, dogs. And mine is like this random curation of things. So it's really interesting to see how it personally caters to each user.
yeah, it's crazy too because me and Kinley have talked about how like Charlie D'Amelio is, supposed to be the most popular person on the app, but in reality, you can be on the app and have her never pop up on your free page, even though she has over 100 million subscribers now. So it's just kind of like very interesting how everyone can have completely different experiences. This is a Minecraft TikTok. It shows you how to build. There's a whole community where if you want to learn how to build kind of different things in Minecraft, you can kind of look it up and join. And then obviously pet TikTok. And then we have TikTok. I put this in to show that TikTok can also be like very informative and educational. And I think this is another point we're trying to make is it kind of goes along with that earlier. Like, isn't TikTok just for dances? No, there's honestly a lot of really cool material that's summed up. They have to sum it up within a minute. So it's like a nice summary of an explanation. But this girl is talking about NFTs, which are like new and another new way for digital artists to kind of actually make money.
If you keep up with art news, then you already know Grimes sold $6 million worth of digital art as NFTs late last week. NFTs or crypto art is something that we should all be paying very close attention to. As I was completing my MFA in digital and experimental media in 2018, how to sell digital art felt like a huge hurdle because at the time it was. NFTs have changed that. NFT stands for non-fungible token, and basically they allow buyers to purchase ownership of a digital artwork in the form of a unique digital token that lives on a blockchain. This innovation has created a space in which collectors support artists directly, and while they may not be able to hang these digital works on their walls, they are rewarded with bragging rights when they purchase from someone famous like Grimes. Also, the resale market for these assets is already booming, so if you're a collector, there's a real opportunity to make money. Be sure to follow along if you want to learn more about NFTs, how to make and sell them, and to keep up with my own NFT journey, because believe me, I am just getting started.
And then here's one on how to grow good avocados.
So you want this to look like this, so you do it like this?
Wrong.
So that method takes far too long and has a much less strike rate. So for this method, you'll need a chopping board, a knife, an avocado, of course, a reusable Ziploc bag, a vessel, my cone coming out soon, and some paper towel. So the first step is you need to get the pip out of the avo. So I get a knife, go around the edges, and then I get a fork, and then I get the pip out with the fork. So now the pip is birthed, you run it under water to get all the rest of the residue off. So now we've got to get the skin off. So this is so it doesn't go moldy. A lot of people tell me to dry it out, but I just like to go in straight away and get it right off. Right, so now you're going to want to get your damp paper towel. Yes, make sure it's damp. Put your pip in it, wrap it up, and then you put it in your reusable Ziploc bag and seal it up. Store it in a cool, dry place. I use my pantry. After 7 to 14 days, check on it. There will be a root. If there is a root, grab your vessel, fill it with water, put the pip on the water, and Bob's your uncle. Bada bing, bada boom, it's done. Don't forget to follow for more tips.
And then our last two come from astrology TikTok and music TikTok. We just thought these were entertaining.
Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead. I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring. And then I started eating garbage.
So yeah, these are just kind of to show like just how many, this is like the tip of the iceberg. There are so many of these like niche communities on here. So yeah, we'll move on to our next slide, which is TikTok and AR. And so there was an article about how The Weeknd put on the first AR concert within TikTok in August of 2020. And he drove over 2 million viewers and he raised $350,000 for the Equal Justice Initiative. And we just thought this was a really cool example of how the app can actually be used by celebrities to, or people in general, to raise money, to fundraise, to raise awareness. We've seen a lot of that in the past year. And then this is an example of an interactive AR filter. It is from TikTok that is honestly pretty advanced and really cool. Wasn't like the easiest to tell, but basically the filter like allows you to play the drums. Like it basically like scans your body and then allows you to play the drums like with sound. And I think that's really cool. And it could also be like really cool in the future for anyone who's like a musician but might not have money for like equipment or something, or just wants to do it casually. So yeah.
And in the same vein, to sort of make TikTok apply back to immersive a little more, there's also an entire VR community where people show themselves trying VR for the first time or trying new products for the first time, and also just random miscellaneous sort of silly videos of people playing around with their VR devices. So let's go ahead and take a look at those.
Come on, Duke, you want to do it?
I don't like it. I don't. I'm in the hole.
That was good.
This is a video of someone's parents trying VR for the first time.
I definitely relate to the mom after the first time I did it, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, 3 more. I gotta find these guys.
I can't get the guys. You would look right at me and start swinging. It was hysterical. Did you hear us laughing?
Yeah, I hear everything. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
And then this is a simulation of someone playing Beat Saber, which is a game for the Oculus.
Next one is a man trying out his VR treadmill in Skyrim. When I tell you what I would give to use a VR treadmill in Skyrim,
So our
very
VR
much.
today, we are trying it out. It is weird to get used to, but it's really cool so far. Can't escape Skyrim hashtag cursed hashtag damn you Todd. You can move, bend, and run if you wanted to. We are still learning. We are obviously beginners, but it will be a workout for sure. The walking is definitely different than we expected. The base is very smooth, so your feet slip for easy walking.
That one definitely has some Ready Player One type vibes.
Run, like run.
The dangers of VR.
He's probably okay.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about VR is you do have to pay a lot of attention to your space.
Alrighty, and now we'll talk about some of our inspirations that we had while setting up the Texas Immersive account. And firstly, something that we're really excited to take forward is featuring our own students within the program. This could range from portfolio work to guest experience to students trying out cool immersive things around Austin and any other cities they may visit. We definitely think it's incredibly important to showcase our super talented explorers.
Yeah, and going off of that, I think we also want to start showcasing immersive tech because TikTok is a really great platform to showcase a lot of that. And you also have the potential to show up on other people's free pages or to learn about new immersive tech while on the app.
Another thing that we'd really like to work on is promoting experiential events and academic projects. We're doing great things here in the Texas Immersive sequence that would be insane to show off to the world and sort of create awareness. And also different experiential events, like I said earlier, around Austin. I know that there's always those traveling art exhibits and things like that that people love seeing, and they always perform really well on the app as well. And it's something that would bring a fun twist and a little recognition to what we're doing.
Yeah, and then our last goal is engaging with outside communities who might not know about our program. When using TikTok as like a more business platform, you kind of want to stay informal, but also you do come in with a goal of like raising awareness for what you're doing. So I've been trying to find ways to kind of reach, especially incoming, potential incoming UT students or college students who might be interested in the program, but aren't here yet and are in Gen Z. So I would say we've had like a good success with that, but we're still working.
So now that we've kind of talked about all the fun stuff, let's talk about how to go viral and mastering the algorithm. So the algorithm is essentially broken into 3 separate categories, and this will affect how your video performs. So the very first and most important thing that we need to consider is user interaction. The more users are interacting with your original content, the further it's going to go and the better it's going to perform. And user interaction is based off what accounts people are interacting with. So when you post your video and it goes to a For You page, it's going to show up on people who are interacting with content similar to yours. Another thing that's really important with user interaction is video completion rate. The more that people finish watching your video from start to finish, the better chance that it's going to have to go forward. If someone were to skip right past it, it kind of stops it in its track and stunts your rate of success. Second is video information, which is essentially just using popular hashtags and sound bites. Like we talked about earlier, you can search very easily through hashtags and you can search very easily through sounds. And so this is going to be really important to staying up to date, staying up to trend, and making sure that what you're creating is something people would like to see. And lastly, this one doesn't play nearly as much as a role, but it is something that is still slightly taken into consideration when factoring the algorithm. And this is based on individuals' account or device settings. While TikTok has stated that every TikTok has equal opportunity to be shown to anyone, there has been some form of recognition that an algorithm will work towards a user's location, language, preference, and device type. So personally, I know that sometimes I'll see TikToks of people in my hometown that I don't necessarily follow on TikTok, but because they're nearby, I see their things on my For You page. So with the initial algorithm in mind, we can go on to the next slide and talk about a few tips to make sure your video will see success. So first and foremost, like I said, user interaction is very important, and we need people to watch the TikTok in its entirety. So keeping your TikTok a little shorter, approximately 15 seconds seems to be the golden spot, but like we've showcased, a lot of TikToks can run a little bit longer. Secondly, engaging with other TikTokers. The engagement is going to help get your name out there and help people come back to your account and engage with you. And the more engagements that you have, the higher chance you have for success and being on more For You pages. Like we sort of mentioned in the last slide, using trending sounds is really important because that's often more important than hashtags, and how people find things similar to what the trends are at the time. Fourth, high quality and well edited content. Nobody wants to view a TikTok that looks like it was filmed with a toaster. So making sure that it is pleasing and cohesive is incredibly important. And lastly, increasing your reach through hashtags. This is something whenever you go to post a TikTok or even viewing TikTok, sometimes you'll notice that they have completely off the wall hashtags in their bio. This is because TikTok will show you what hashtags are trending, and often you can add those to your video to help increase your chances of ending up on some of those For You pages.
Yeah, so with that being said, we'll enter kind of a Q&A portion yet, and we'll also teach you guys a TikTok dance.
Cool. So we'll see you guys in real time.